Welcome to the Eagle's Nest Youth Export Incubator. In the first phase of the program, we saw dozens of young entrepreneurs from across Zimbabwe in the nest. They presented their businesses before the judges who will evaluate their export potential. 16 made it to the next stage, the incubator, where they received training on export-related matters. Now, these 16 are back in the nest for another round of elimination. In this stage, the judges will evaluate the progress they have made since their previous appearance in the nest. The selected businesses will proceed to the final round, where the best of the lot will emerge as the 8 finalists and will be rewarded with an export development package. This season of the Eagle's Nest is proudly brought to you by Zimtrade and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. First in the nest tonight is Kush. In his first presentation,
what academic background do you have?
I've just started studying ACA, so I only wrote one subject, that is F1.
So we want an income statement.
Okay.
We want an income statement
You said it
just
to the
before
wrong guy.
the session that comes.
Okay.
We want you to prove to us clearly your numbers,
Okay.
your sales per location, per product.
Third
And your
quarter
expenses.
income statement.
Then when you've proven that on the first day, we will then let you, what? Continue with the rest.
Hi, Kush. Do you want to tell me what has happened since the last time we saw each other?
So from the last episode, your major concern was whether I had the capacity to export. So I'm happy to say that from the recommendations that you gave me, I have seen a gradual increase in my sales, specifically because they have moved from an average of $800 to $2,500, and my net income has been playing around $1,400 to $1,500, making a gross profit of close to $1,800 to $1,700, and my expenses have been playing around $420 to $450 a month on average from the last episode.
So your net profit?
So my net profit has been playing around 1,400 to 1,500.
Okay, and what's your output? What's your output of products?
Mostly my output plays around 1,000 kgs to 1,500 kgs. So that's 1 ton to 1,000 to 1.5 tons a month.
And your clientele base?
My clientele is mostly based in Bulawayo. I'm servicing 40 households. And then in Victoria Falls, I've got a few safaris and I've got a few holiday resorts areas, both in Victoria Falls and in Wange. And then, but in Bulawayo, mostly servicing the white community, and there are around 40 households that I do door-to-door deliveries.
And what is the weight of your average product?
250 grams.
250 grams?
Yes, it's a family package.
And you're selling 1 ton?
Yes, close to a ton or so.
How many units is that per month? That's 1 ton divided by 250 grams.
Around 200 to 300 units, depending on the product.
So how did you get this growth from 800 to 2,500 turnover?
I actually pinpointed farmers that were growing their produce organically through the help of ADA. So I approached the ADA offices, and then they made a few recommendations for me to visit the Chimanimani community, the Honde Valley community, and the Yanga community. So I've got 108 farmers that are actually willing to get into proper supply contracts with me. So those are the ones that are actually supplying me
But you haven't told me what about getting access to 108 farmers has gotten your turnover up from 800 to 2,500.
No, actually, I was my turnover was actually took a rise when I had to negotiate on the prices when you're getting them from the land, other than buying them from the market in Bulawayo.
But that's 300%.
Yes, because in Bulawayo, the prices are going to $1 or $1.20. That is per kg. But when you go that side, they are actually as low as 15 cents to 10 cents a kg.
So her question is, so your sales haven't increased. It's just that you found your product at a cheaper place. Is that what you're telling us?
No.
That your sales have remained, your 40 households and your other Yanga and Vic Force thing. So your sales have remained the same and you just ended up getting product cheaper.
Yes, in a way, I have reduced my purchases, isn't my cost of goods sold. Those are the ones that have reduced a bit.
That's quite alarming. Reduced by 300%.
Yes.
That's quite.
Sorry, Tinashe, I've got a question. You said like one of your products is 250 grams, right?
Yes.
And how much do you sell it for?
For $3.
$3.
Yes.
Okay. So for $3, you said that you're pushing out a ton a month.
Yes, close to a ton to a 10.5.
Okay. And you said you sold how many units?
Close to 300 to 350 units or so of dried bananas.
That's fine.
Yes.
You're going to help me with this because I'm a bit confused.
Okay.
So a ton is a million grams, right? So I divided that by 250 and I got 4,000. I'm a bit lost.
Okay.
Maybe explain further. It says you sold 4,000 units.
Yes.
But you're telling me 300. Which is which?
4,000.
Yes.
No, my sales are playing around 2.5, isn't?
2.5
You're talking about units.
I'm talking about units.
So you've got packets of bananas, right?
Yes.
How many of those did you sell? You said 300.
Yes, in average per month.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's okay. We're in agreement. You said you also sold a ton. You sell a ton. You move a ton a month.
Yes, close. Holistically, because it's not only dried bananas that I do.
It's okay.
Yes.
Right. But your average package size
is 250. Yes.
Right. What's your largest package size?
I was thinking of moving into 1 kg, but
you haven't.
No, I haven't.
So that's
so we can't even consider that.
Yes,
that's not your largest pack size.
Right.
What
your
is your
largest pack is 250.
250. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
1 ton.
Yes.
Is equal to 1 million grams.
Yeah.
Can we agree?
Yes, I'm agreeing.
We're in agreement.
Yes.
1 million divided by 250 grams.
Yes.
Is 4,000.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Where are the other 3,700?
They get complemented by the herbs as well that I sell, and the essential oils that I sell for the confectionery industry, those that are into baking and those that are into aromatherapy. So it's not only coming from dried bananas. I also do herbs.
So you're no longer selling a ton of bananas. Now it's everything.
And, in relation to the dried fruits part that I was getting from Chimani in Manicaland, it's mostly a ton to a 10.5.
Tinashe, you're not making sense.
Tinashe, you know what? I'm a bit disturbed because I think even the herbs is not helping your situation right now. Because if you are producing a ton, which is 1 million grams, divided by 250, and selling at $3, you should be making around 12,000, like your gross, right? And already you said your gross is around 1.8. So there's a huge disparity there. It's huge, and it's not by mistake.
Okay, let's give him an opportunity to tell us the truth. Is that better?
Um,
Where's the 3,700
The 3,700 kgs.
Sorry, units, 2,700 units.
The packaging.
The packets.
I'm ready to vote, guys.
Yeah. I just need to know where they go.
Okay. It then depends with the order. Sometimes I get orders for dried fruit. Sometimes I get orders for herbs. And then sometimes I get orders for essential oils.
That's not answering the question, but I'm still ready to vote.
Yeah. All right. You can go, Diana.
It's a no from me. Based on where we were the last time, you were supposed to have capacitated yourself by this point and shown that you're able to produce the export capacity. And also you're supposed to move from 40 households in Bulawayo. And you're also supposed to service your Wange and your Victoria Falls holiday resorts. So for me, none of that has happened. So it's a definite no from me.
My man, I'm not happy with a lot. There's so many loopholes, which to all of us are not making sense. There's probably something wrong with your facts, and everything we're asking you seems to not make sense.
No.
And for me, unfortunately, it's a no. You seem to have a brilliant idea, but I don't know what everything you're saying is just not adding up. So I'm not happy, and it's a no for me.
Okay, so Tinashe, before I tell you my verdict, I'm a bit concerned about two issues. There's a business model problem in terms of I've seen quite a number of businesses like yours, and you know the major USP and the major value proposition is that they actually manage losses for farmers. You know, this is where they come in, and where farmers are anticipating these huge losses because the fruits are overripe. They get into that gap and they dry the fruits. And the story is solid. The business model is so solid. But yours is going the other way. And I think what actually worsens it for me is the figures are not adding up. You understand? So for me, it's a no.
Okay.
Yeah, Tinashe, it's important for you to know your figures, right? If you are, you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
As entrepreneur, we inflate. We are very optimistic. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
We will speak of our vision in our figures, right? You went way too far, and it distorted your whole presentation.
Okay.
Right? Get to the drawing board. People cannot assist you if you're not honest about where you are. So it's going to be a no from me. I think you should go back to the drawing board and just know where you are and build from there. People are able to intervene and help you accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, as parting off, as an entrepreneur,
Yes.
all these comments should help you to go from where you are to where you want to be.
Okay.
It's okay if you're selling 10 packets, right?
Yes.
With the incubation, the mentorship from Zimtrade, it will help you to grow. So be very honest with where you are and grow steadily. Don't want to be up there before you get there.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Thank
Tinashe.
you.
It's the end of the road for Kush. Hopefully, his experience in the nest brings a fresh viewpoint to further advance and improve his business. Next is Moretta Wear. We caught up with Moretta Wear at their production site in Harare.
My name is Taryn Nina. I'm from Moretta Leatherway. We manufacture different types of leather products, from bags, wallets, shoes, you can name it. We can even do custom products if you have like a specific type of a bag or shoe or wallet that you want, we can always do it for you. When we did our market research, right, we then realized that there is a huge gap in the leather market. When we then realized that there is like the consumption of shoes annually, it's a bit high, right? And there's a shortage when it comes to us local suppliers to fill up the market. So then try to make sure that we contribute towards covering that gap. Not only that, we then realized that in Zimbabwe, we also need our own Gucci, our own Prada, our own Louis Vuitton, right? Then we're like, okay, pati kutanga kusona my bag, also want to try and match that quality, right? So that as Africans, as Zimbabwean, can take pride kuti nechedu chatinogadzira chinoita kuti vanhu vana appreciate. You know, kana uchitanga a new project, unenge usati wanyasoziva kuti customer yako pabag inoda bag rakaita sei. You get it? So we had to go through that process yekuti zvonso unogona wagadzira namabag ako 10, right? Macustomer but amabag yakanaka but andifariri ABCD. So we had to go through a process yekutanga kudzidza kuti alright, market yedu inoda zvakaita sei, right? And type yevanhu vanotenga vakaita sei, right? So imagine one investor kana kuti wasona mabag 20 obva angogara apa asina munhu ayazotenga because ausati wanyatsonzwisisa like the market kuti yakamira sei, right? As an entrepreneur, I feel like my challenges are unowana anenge achikumoda for the best of your business. So some of the challenges that I sangana now, it was because I set out in industry. But as we are growing, to achieve one or two things, right? And kuziya kuti okay, material yokushandisa app ndeipi, masipi yokushandisa ndeapi and all. And we are happy kuti zvonizo tichangopinda muindustry sim trade yakakwanisa kutipa mukana yokutipa mentorship, right? So it was now easier for us kuti tikwanise kunzwisisa kuti okay, izvi neizvi ndezvipi zvinodiwa, and we managed to go for ZITF, right? And ZITF yakatibatsira kuti tiwane kuti alright, product yedu inoda kuimprove up neapp, and vanhu vakwanisa kuappreciate kuti okay guys, you make my products akanaka.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure the judges have some questions.
Yeah. I like your bags. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing now. I can really see a huge improvement. I like that green bag that, you know, it's nice and visible. What I would want also, which is something that you should also consider, is, you know, personalizing bags for people. Like probably I'd want my name written on it. You want to say something?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
So I did an example using my wife's name. Her name is More Blessing.
Okay.
So I did something for her. Moby.
Okay.
Right? So imagine like someone that you appreciate has or owns this bag. It's something that's unique and you can't get it from anywhere unless it's personalized from Moretta.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, that's nice. I
Can
like
I feel
that.
your bag?
Whilst you're coming, tell me, what are the current volumes you are pushing right now? And tell me more about your figures, what you've done in the last couple of, maybe in the last year of trading.
Okay, in the last year, due to our production capacities was really low, we could hardly get to 1,000 a month.
$1,000.
Like when we started, right? Because the reasons were we're still trying to penetrate the market. We're not yet known, right? But considering this year, especially for the past 2 months, because of the season that we are in, we've managed to do gifts for corporates, right? We did gifts for ZB Bank, and they ordered 10 duffel bags and 10 laptop bags, right? Last week, we supplied another institution again. They ordered about 14 laptop bags, right? So looking at it now, we are surpassing a peg of 3.5 to 4,000, right? Because the sales, they come from other institutions and also walk-ins from the shop. So when you combine, they'll reach about 3.5 to 4,000.
And how much of that is your profit?
When it comes to leather, now I want to be honest, the cost of production of that bag, because that duffel bag, I can say it takes about 1.5 square meters, right? Of it per square meter, I buy that leather. It's about $25 per square meter, right? So it means $25. Let's say a 1.5, it's more like $30 to $50. When you then factor in the cost of production, when it comes to employees and rentals and all, to get to $70 to $80, right? But this now is a lifestyle product. I can't charge that much, like $70 to $80. I will charge it $220, right? Because of the market that I'm now targeting.
It's fair.
If I charge them like less than $150, they might think that it's not true leather.
Yeah.
So for them to appreciate now the art, because we don't just charge the cost of material production, also the design that we've put, the time that we've put in designing this bag.
All right. So in terms of distribution, how are you getting to your target market, the $220 customer?
At the moment, we're just using social media platforms, right? But now our next year target now, we want to target every airport. Harare International Airport, the Victoria Falls one, and every tourist destinations. Like in Yanga, they do have a shop. I approached them at Yanga Trot Bag, right? So I want to make sure that every Moretta bag is at every tourist destination, so that people get to know that in Zimbabwe, there's also a brand that makes unique and nice products.
All right, I'm looking at your page, it's very good. The photography is good, the models, the lifestyle is apparent. You're doing a great job here.
I think there are also certain things you can do on your zips to add a little flair to your logo. Because from a distance, what you're holding, I don't know what it is. So only your 3D embedded bags, you can tell from afar. So the one you're holding now, I can't tell. And I promise you, nobody is ever going to get that close to be able to see. So have some, I think the international brands like, Tommy Hilfiger, there's Nike, there's certain colors. So it's good that you've done your branding. Only on your bigger bags is it very visible. So I think if we're ready to judge, we can go ahead. For me, it's a yes. I'm happy with your product. I'm happy with what you've done. I'm happy with your distribution channel and how you're doing your things right.
Yeah, I think you're definitely in the right direction. The product is good. The finish is good. The stitching, I'm just looking at the stitching right now. It's very good.
Very, yeah.
Definitely something that could be good for the export market. The monogram that George is talking about will make a big difference. Apart from the text, a pattern, a style of stitching or whatever that is uniquely you will make a big difference. It's definitely a yes from me. Well done.
It's a yes for me. Kudos to you. Kudos to Zimtrade for coming up with this incubation. I can see, it's so glaring what you have done from the last time, the 3D printing. I like your intentionality when it comes to the social media, the creativity is on steroids. Keep it up. It's a yes.
Drug abuse.
Right. For me, I'm very impressed. I think it's the first time I'm seeing the product. I think there's small little things that need to be looked at. I'm not sure if this is the standard size of a wash bag for a guy. You have to consider what you're putting, what somebody's going to carry in there. So maybe if you make it slightly bigger, I don't know. And then the zipper, if it's going to last, you're buying leather. So leather is going to last for, like you said, generations. Okay. The zipper doesn't look like it could last for one generation. So I would look at making an improvement on that. Maybe when you also upgrade to adding that, your identifying mark as well. Yeah, for me, it's a yes. I love the smell of leather. So yeah, I keep on.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats. Well done.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Next is Yanga Craft Cider.
My name is Marvin Chiesa. I'm the cider maker at Yanga Craft Cider. Here we make ciders, juices, vinegars, and applejack. We use a new product coming in. It's a liquor. It's made from concentrated apple cider. Basically, I didn't used to drink alcohol. I used to be someone that doesn't drink alcohol. And I didn't like the taste of alcohol in the market. I didn't really like the synthetic taste of the beverages. So back then in 2014, 2015, I started making my own alcohol at home, my own beverages at home. And the easier source of sugar for my beverages was fruits, because I live close to plantations. So I started getting fruits from plantations, from the villages, making my own beverages. And it took me 2-3 years to perfect my craft. And from there, I was making beverages, ciders for friends and family. I was making wine. I was making vinegars for family. Yanga Craft Cider is located in Rosape. So what made us choose our campus location is the availability of good fruits in Yanga. We have the best fruits, I believe, in Africa here in Yanga because of the climate, the soils, and the rain. Our goals are to take the local fruits as good as they are and make beverage from them without adding any other chemical additives or synthetics in it. So with this goal, we tend to make our ciders the natural way. Tend to use the natural yeast available in the air, the natural bacteria available in the air to make our beverages. Our first product is juice. So every day we're making juice. Every day, as long as we're in season, we're making juice. Then some parts of the season, we then make ciders. And we then edge vinegars. We also have an applejack, which is a liquor, a premium liquor. Then here and there, we just spice up and we do our fruit wines. So Yanga Craft Cider has 7 employees. We have 2 doing admin and 5 doing production. For the 5 doing production, 2 are qualified food scientists. 2 of those are qualified food scientists. For the admin guys, 1 is qualified HR. The wins that we have as a business, as a company, is having one of the best cider makers in this world at our site from UK. They drank our cider. They flew in from all the way from UK to come to our site just to see how we're making our ciders, and having that is a good win for us. Following the lesson that we had at Separate Eagle's Nest, we have actually seen a growth in our company in terms of production, in terms of our brand image. We have actually have quite a number of new colorful packaging that we have through the training from Zimtrade. We have improved actually in the capacity which we give to our clients. We are now even having bulk orders coming in for kegs. We are now ready for export. We are now making 10,000 bottles of cider per flavor every month. In the past month, we made 4,000 bottles of cider. 10,000 of those bottles are already going out into the market every day as we speak right now. We have had people coming in from South Africa, from Botswana, coming to take our ciders. We have a guy in England with an order pending for 10,000 bottles of cider. So yes, we are ready for export.
Which city are you from?
Yanga.
Yanga?
Yeah.
Okay.
The plant is in Sape.
All right. So are these drinks already in the shops?
We are at Todbeck, Montclair in Yanga, Froggy Farm. Every weekend we come to Harare to Old Stable Market every Saturday or Sunday. So
at
for
which
now,
market, sorry?
Old Stable Market. Old Stable First Market at Roger Rascals.
Okay.
Yeah. So for now, that's what we're selling.
And what are your numbers looking like?
The fastest selling flavor is pineapple cider. We sell about 2,000 bottles a month.
2,000?
Yes, a month. So we do have a range of different products. So in total, every month we sell about 10,000 bottles. Yeah.
10,000 bottles.
Yeah.
How much is a bottle?
$2.
Has this been certified by SARS?
Certified, yes.
Why is the badge not here?
So the plant is not certified.
So what was certified?
The product. So what they do is they do lab tests for the product, and then they come and certify the plant. So once you plant your product, everything is certified, then you get the emblem. But for now, our product is certified if it's safe for consumption.
Okay, so you won't get into trouble if you're found selling this?
Yes.
Okay, so you said you sell 10,000 units, so your revenue is about 20,000 a month.
Yes.
Okay. What are you reinvesting in to grow your capacity and for export as well?
Investing into machinery. We're investing into getting a semi-automatic capper, manual capper. We want to grow our production capacity, but right now, the reason why we're not in every shop is because the demand is too high for our product. So we're trying to grow the production. Why? So we're buying machinery for capping and crushing.
Okay.
Yes. And as of now, we have already purchased a crusher, which we didn't have last year. So we're already growing now.
How much did you buy that for?
8,000.
8,000.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your next purchase?
A blender, because we are doing other fruits which can't be crushed the way we crush other fruits. So we're getting a blender to have strawberries. We can't juice them. You just need to crush them into a
And
pulp.
how much is that blender?
$4,000.
Where are you getting it from?
From China.
Okay.
Hopefully China.
I'd recommend you invest in the labeling as well.
Okay.
It doesn't take well to moisture, and it's likely going to be in a cooler box or in some sort of humid container.
Yes.
What's your strategy towards fixing this?
So we're going to use, we have got costs for shrink labeling, shrink plastic labeling compared to paper labeling. We are working on that.
So this labeling is manual as well?
It's manual.
Yeah, I can tell. I shouldn't be able to tell. So I think you need to work on your labeling. I mean, as you can see there, it just comes off like that. And you don't want this to happen in transit, especially for export, right?
Yes.
This is going to be going through all sorts of handling processes. It can be sitting at the border for 4 days. It's outside. You know, you don't want this to happen to your product.
Yeah.
So the labeling should be a matter of priority.
All right.
What have you done in terms of growing your exports?
Your export.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that you've got a bit of traction
Yes.
on exports so far, though unofficially. Has that changed in the last 3 months?
Yes, it has changed. So recently we had a festival in Yanga Arts Festival, which we were partners of the festival, with ZTA being one of the partners, that the tourism authority one of the partners. So we are trying to brand the local tourism industry, including our cider in there. So we will have our ciders in every tourism place in Zimbabwe. So tourists come in, they test the goodness of our ciders and juices. So we get a lot of customers out there when they go back. So we are working with ZTA, working with Nimbe Trust to have that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you vote?
So can we decide?
It's a yes from me.
So yes for me.
Thank you.
It's a yes from me.
Thank you.
It's a yes from me.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You also missed it because you didn't bring the whiskey.
Because of the festival, people bought it like.
So
Yeah.
it is your biggest seller now, right?
Yeah, for now, yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last to face the judges tonight is Indalo Africa's Naturals.
I'm Princess Siziba, the founder of Indalo Africa's Naturals. We are Zimbabwe's very first 100% vegan and organic skincare range, formulated with a very unique key ingredient, which is Zumbani tea. And why have we chosen Zumbani tea? Zumbani tea has been scientifically proven to be richer in properties and components that are amazing for the skin as compared to your imported rooibos tea. So as Indalo, we have taken Zumbani tea and infused it into different skincare products such as soaps, face creams, toners, detox masks, and oils. So as Indalo, we help people achieve clear skin the natural way whilst helping them gain back their self-esteem and confidence. So the market for Indalo has been quite amazing so far because at some point we actually sold out. And it took quite a bit of time to be able to then restock the product. So you find that time and again we're constantly selling out, with our soap and face cream being the best sellers. And I would say the reception has been quite positive. And our largest buyers for now are women. But then the men are coming up, most of them are buying the detox mask, which is amazing for the beard area, as it helps prevent ingrown hair for them. So it's absolutely amazing for the guys as well. Our current production capacity is about 120 units per month. We are also currently supplying one of the beauty schools in Bulawayo, which is absolutely amazing because for all the students that come in, the Blown Away College, that is, for all the students that register, they're actually using Indalo as the recommended skincare products to use for any facials and for the students' trainings as well. One of the major things that I really wanted to understand was how the export market works. So with all the trainings that we've gone through, I've been able to actually sit down, re-strategize and work on practical things that could help me take my business to the global market. So one of the major things as well is I actually developed a new product from one of the trainings that came as an idea from one of the mentors who had come to make a presentation. So I've actually had somewhat of a mind shift out of the whole program. It has really made me to think outside of the box. If I were to be given an export order right in this moment, I strongly believe that Indalo has the capacity to be able to meet that demand. As a brand, we're already supplying a beauty college in Bulawayo. And what that comes with is a sense of financial freeway. And with that funding that's coming in from the beauty college, we'll be able to source the necessary ingredients. And in terms of the manual labor that's needed to be able to produce for the export market, it's readily available. So we could even be able to do 120 units in a day, given the amount of orders that will be coming in from the export market. But it's very possible we are willing to even stretch ourselves to the necessary potential for us to be able to meet the demand from the export market.
All right, thank you very much for your presentation. What progress have you made given the feedback you're given by the other judges?
So as of today, we have been able to trademark Indalo. So I'm just waiting on the official certificate. And we've also been chosen by the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises to be one of the brands whose products will be certified by SARS for free. So in a few months, Indalo will be SARS certified, which is a great benefit when we penetrate the export market.
Okay, so you've applied for your trademark. For which region?
I'm not really sure I understand for which region.
But is it not for the SADC region? Is it for all of Africa?
Okay.
Does it?
I would like to believe it's for Zimbabwe only.
Okay, so
not necessarily the
how
SADC
does that
region.
help your export initiative?
For the trademarking, I just thought it would help locally in terms of making our mark as the vegan brand in Zimbabwe. But for the export market, I'm banking on the SARS certification because it's an international standard. So when we penetrate the export market, we can go head to head with other established brands. And when you're certified, it gives the consumer that confidence to trust your brand.
Okay, I think it's very important that you know where you are protected.
Yes.
Especially with your branding. We're in a market that is very big on counterfeit.
Yes.
And especially when you're making headway, you want to protect, the integrity of your brand. So please do confirm that the countries where you're exporting to, you're also protected in those markets.
Okay.
Yeah, I think on your trademark, you find, depending on which institution you used, because I also got my trademark done, and it doesn't protect you from South Africa. It protects you from 14 countries. So I think it's a valid point so that you know, because once your product starts booming, trust you me, people will want to take the exact same thing and put whatever they put. So you probably need to look at that. Rather than keeping small and just thinking of Zimbabwe, you need to look at the broader picture. It doesn't cost too much, though, to cover, the potential places you want to go to.
Okay, noted.
Princess, tell me, how have your sales been the last 3 months since we last saw you?
Our sales peaked by at least maybe 5%.
What's that owed to?
So we were initially doing 30 units per month, but now we are up to maybe 50 on average.
Okay.
Can you equate that in monetary value?
So a standard kit costs $30. So when we multiply 30 by 50,
1,500.
yes, an average of 1,500.
So in the last 3 months, how much have you made?
The last 3 months, maybe 2.2. Because with the other months, it hasn't been consistent. It hasn't been a consistent 30 or 50. There were other months where we're doing 20. Another month you do 30. The next month you do 50.
Yeah. I'm a bit concerned with your numbers. How long have you been doing this?
It's been about 11 months.
11.
Yes. The challenge I had initially was because I was funding the business.
Okay.
So the first 2 months, everything sold out, but I couldn't keep up with production. So I took a break. I think it was maybe a 2 to 3 month break without any production.
Okay.
And when I resumed, for things to take off from where I left off was a bit of a challenge.
Okay.
But I'm working on the consistency. Since that break, I've never taken another one. I've been able to
And it's been
produce
these
on
11 months, you're saying?
Yes.
I just need to understand something before I make my final remark. I'm trying to locate you on the entrepreneurial cycle to say from the first day of ideation to the first product that you produced, like when you had your first bottle, how long has it been up to today?
So I actually gave myself a full year just on research.
Right.
So it took me a whole year of just researching, formulating.
And when was this?
This was during maybe 2020. Yeah, it was 2020 because I launched in 2021 of December. So all of 2020 was just me doing the research, giving out free samples to people and having them try the products, and then officially launched in 2021. And as someone who was self-funding the business, I had to also work for the capital.
Yeah. There's a saying that says you can never become a crocodile in a foreign land when you're still a lizard in your own. And I believe here you haven't conquered Zim yet. And the exposure you'll get in South Africa will just be to say, wow, there's something big out there. But like what everybody here is saying, I don't think your volumes are not speaking of the product that you're saying is an amazing product and it can create a solution to so many problems that male, females all around the world can, benefit from. So I think you really need to have a deep passion of getting this message across. And sometimes it doesn't have to always be you. And I think you'll see with big brands all over the world, they can use various social media influencers to increase the visibility of a product if your product is that good.
Yeah.
So I'm not really happy with your volumes. Got a beautiful product, but your volumes are not really relating to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think focus on that rather than the boutique. Focus on production, distribution, and just be a producer. Because the moment you now want to have a hands-on, holding everyone's hand through the process, it's really going to slow you down. Go for the distribution, production, marketing. That's it. Right? When you've saturated the market, then you can look at bespoke experiences, bespoke spaces, and that one-on-one approach. All
yeah,
right.
I think just as a follow-up to what I was getting at before, I would use distribution channels that are already in existence, like existing spas, existing salons, and try and get them to buy in on your product and house it. And I think from that, you might then get the traction that you need in order to see your product grow locally. And then that will obviously then give it the boost it needs to go regionally or internationally, as you like.
Thank
Yep.
you.
It's a yes from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm
Thank
gonna give you a yes.
Thank you.
You really have to put work, because trust me, there are a lot of people who are looking and vying to win this thing. And for you to win, you have to be outstanding. So you really need to put in a lot of work in becoming, better at this and really putting in all these amazing things you're being told.
So that's 2 yeses.
Thank you.
Okay, so for me, I like the fact that you are highly entrepreneurially oriented. You've been in operation for a year, right? And I like the fact that, despite your background, you saw the Zumbani gap and you just got in, no questions asked, and you are in there, you're rolling with the sharks. It's an absolute yes for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That'll be 4 yeses. Congratulations.
Oh, gee, thank you so much. Thank you.
We'll see you in the next
Thank
round.
you so much.
Yeah. I think she's got a very brilliant product, but I just think the execution on the numbers is key. And
Yeah.
she won't go 5 if she doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's very brilliant product, but
Tonight, we bid farewell to Kush Africa as he reaches the end of his journey this season. 3 entrepreneurs, Moretta Web, Yanga Cider, and Indalo Naturals, have made it to the final round. They now stand a chance to be awarded an export development package. A grand season finale will be hosted by Zimtrade and EcoBank, where they will unveil the winners of this season.